The Galactic Council had always found human physiology amusing. While the crystalline Zephyrians could photosynthesize energy directly from starlight, and the metallic Coraxians simply plugged into power sources to recharge, humans required the strangest ritual of all, lying motionless for 8 hours every cycle, completely unconscious and vulnerable. "It's their greatest weakness," chittered Ambassador Vexhai through his translator, his insectoid mandibles clicking with amusement. Imagine a third of their existence spent in forced unconsciousness. The other delegates in the council chambers rippled with what passed for laughter among their various species. Captain Sarah Chen, the human representative, smiled politely from her seat, her dark eyes betraying nothing of her thoughts. "We appreciate the concern for our biological limitations," she said evenly, "though I should mention that human adaptability often surprises those who underestimate it." "Oh, we're not underestimating anything," rumbled General Thok, his stone-like Gravarian hide grinding against itself. "We're simply pointing out tactical realities. Any military force that must rest for 8 hours out of every 24 is inherently disadvantaged." This conversation had occurred 3 standard months ago. Now, as the emergency session of the Galactic Council convened, the mood was decidedly different. The crisis had begun when the Devourers, a mechanical hive mind species from the Andromeda Galaxy, launched their invasion of the Outer Rim territories. Unlike previous conflicts, this enemy operated on a continuous cycle, never pausing, never resting, grinding forward with inexorable mechanical precision. One by one, the Allied fleets had fallen. The Zephyrians, despite their energy efficiency, needed regular periods to realign their crystalline matrices. The Coraxians required scheduled maintenance cycles. Even the proud Gravarians needed time for their stone flesh to regenerate after battle damage. But the Devourers never stopped. They attacked in continuous waves, wearing down defenders who eventually had to rest, recharge, or repair. Within weeks, 12 systems had fallen. "The human fleet is requesting permission to engage," announced Admiral Kethalos, his usually composed aquatic features showing signs of strain. "With respect," General Thok's voice carried less confidence than usual, "humans still require sleep. How can they succeed where others have failed?" Captain Chen stood slowly. The past weeks had changed her. Her uniform was crisp as always, but something had hardened in her expression. "General, you've never understood what happens when humans don't get enough sleep." She activated the holographic display, showing the battle records from the past month. "You've seen our losses. 17 ships, 4,000 personnel. But what you haven't seen is what those losses did to the survivors." The display showed physiological readings from human crew members across the fleet. Stress hormones elevated far beyond normal parameters. Neural activity patterns that defied conventional understanding. Metabolic rates pushed to theoretical limits. "When well-rested, humans are cooperative, logical, empathetic," Chen continued. "We follow rules of engagement. We take prisoners. We minimize collateral damage." Her smile turned cold. "But when we're sleep-deprived, when we've watched friends die, when we've been pushed beyond our limits..." She changed the display to show recent tactical analyses. 3 days ago, the USS Defiance was cut off behind enemy lines. 43 hours of continuous combat. No sleep, minimal food, constant threat of death. The Devourers thought they had them trapped. The hologram showed the aftermath, a debris field where a Devourer battle group once existed. "The human concept of berserker rage isn't mythology," Chen explained. "It's evolutionary biology. When pushed beyond breaking point, when sleep-deprived and pumped full of combat stimulants, humans don't just fight. They become something else entirely." Ambassador Vexhai's translator crackled. "Surely you're exaggerating." "Am I?" Chen's voice cut through his objection. "Computer, display incident report Gamma 7. The new hologram was difficult to watch. It showed security footage from inside a disabled Devourer vessel. A lone human figure moved through the corridors, but moved was too gentle a term. The soldiers seemed to flow like liquid death, reacting to threats before they fully manifested, moving with inhuman speed and precision. Petty Officer Rodriguez had been awake for 57 hours when her boarding pod breached that ship, Chen said quietly. Her squad was dead. Her ship was crippled. She was alone against 200 Devourer drones. The footage showed the aftermath. corridors filled with mechanical debris that had once been the ship's crew. She disabled their entire vessel, alone. The medical team found her in the ship's core, still conscious, still alert, having run on nothing but adrenaline and fury for over 60 hours. The council chamber had fallen silent. "You see," Chen continued, "you've always misunderstood human sleep requirements. You thought it made us weak. But sleep isn't just rest for us, it's what keeps us civilized. It's what maintains our humanity." She gestured to the tactical display showing human fleet positions. "The crew of the 5th Fleet hasn't slept properly in 2 weeks. They've been pushed beyond every limit, seen horrors that would break other species. They've been taking combat stimulants that would kill most sentients." The display showed the fleet's position, directly between the Devourer Armada and the Council's core worlds. "So yes," Chen said, her voice carrying quiet menace, "humans need sleep. But right now, what the Devourers are about to face isn't humanity at its best. They're about to encounter humanity at its most dangerous, sleep-deprived, chemically enhanced, and pushed beyond the edge of sanity." She looked around the chamber, meeting each delegate's gaze. "The Devourers made the same mistake you all did. They thought our need for sleep was weakness. They're about to learn that a tired human isn't a weak human." Chen paused at the chamber door. "They're about to learn that a tired human is the most dangerous predator in the galaxy." As the emergency session ended, the delegates watched their tactical displays with new understanding. The human fleet was moving to intercept the Devourers, but the readings from their ships showed crews operating in states that would have been impossible for any other species. What they had always mocked as humanity's greatest weakness was about to become the galaxy's salvation. The Devourers had awakened something that should have been left sleeping,